Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Riz Khan. We're on the go, we're on the move, and this time in another city in a different part of the world. Welcome to Kosovo and the city of Pristina. Since our last episode dropped, I've enjoyed and embraced a much needed summer break, and now that schools around the world are opening up again, my work in international education springs back to life with the all-familiar Manchester Airport. Today I'm heading for a working week in the city of Pristina, the capital of Kosovo, a country filled with history, soul and character. My journey today starts at Manchester Airport with an outbound flight on Turkish Airlines. I didn't blog much of the Manchester to Istanbul leg. I was sat luckily next to a good brother who kept me company with stories of faith and belief. We had a 4-hour non-stop chat which made the flight painless and very quick. Before I knew it, after long conversations, we landed at Istanbul's new airport, a vast airport and a proud Turkish landmark. After a short layover, it was time to catch my next flight, the final leg of this journey, to the capital city of Pristina. Thankfully, the 2-hour layover passed by painlessly, and I was looking forward to board the next leg on board the Airbus A320. It wasn't long until we pushed back after a speedy boarding service by the Turkish crew. We taxied to the runway for an on-time departure into the sunset. I was quite excited for this leg, mainly because it was a brand new destination, a city I have not yet visited in my years working with schools across Africa, Europe, the Middle East and Americas. A short hop from Istanbul to Pristina, we were descending with the sunset as our backdrop and the mountainous terrain. A timely and on-time service with impressive views as we landed into Pristina. Pristina International, a small airport. It didn't take us long to deboard and my driver was ready to collect me from the airport to the hotel. Welcome to Pristina International Airport, Adam Jashari. I landed at 7:30 in the evening and I was looking forward to resting before a busy and long couple of working days here. We passed downtown Pristina and after a 20-minute journey I was warmly greeted by the outstanding staff at Hotel Garden. Check-in was speedy and pleasant and I set myself up for the day ahead before a quick evening meal at the hotel's restaurant. My working day started bright and early and I was very fortunate to have met and worked with a committed and positive group of educators here. It was a wrap for day one and the room's walls were filled with learning moments and reflections from our first day of learning together. After day one, I was joined by 4 colleagues who flew in from different corners of the world to offer training at the school in Kosovo. And at the end of the first day, we enjoyed a local and traditional cuisine. Soon after, it was day 2 with a pre-ordered 6:30 a.m. breakfast, and that too, which the hotel especially accommodated for us. A huge thanks. Now, if there is one message that stood out from my experience here in Pristina, Kosovo, it was the following. Together, everyone achieves more. The definition of team. This was a celebration of this incredible school staff who made very clear the concept of collaboration from start to end. Teamwork was a common thread running throughout this group. It was time to say farewell to this memorable group and do some exploring on our last day. We jumped into a taxi and became tourists, seeing some of the sights and landmarks in the city, which includes a random statue of Bill Clinton, and our next stop took us to what is defined as the ugliest building in the world, the National Library of Pristina. At first glance, I couldn't see the name it was given. It was unique to say the least. We took some quick snaps and after a long couple of days, it was finally time to eat at one of Pristina's finest restaurants. Great company, great food, all in all, it was the perfect end to our time in Pristina. Sadly, it was time to wave goodbye to this incredible city and amazing hotel staff who went the extra mile to make our stay comfortable. Thank you, and a big shout out to Hotel Garden. You were absolutely superb. My return journey was a painful one. The journey started at 2 a.m. and it was with Austrian Airlines, a service I had not yet experienced. We took off after 4 a.m. and it wasn't long before I arrived into Vienna, where I had a 3-hour layover. Operating on zero sleep and a full day of work, I was looking forward to boarding the final leg of this journey back to Manchester. Boarding with Austrian Airlines was a long and slow process, but I was grateful to be finally seated. We pushed back from the terminal and departed out of Vienna near to 11 a.m. This is also a city I would love to explore at some point. After our climb, we were above the clouds, and at this point all I could think about was landing and getting home to rest. After a few short episodes of micro-sleep, the clouds above the UK greeted us as we descended into Manchester. It was quite cool to see a bright day after we broke through the clouds. Seems like I brought the sunshine back with me. A smooth descent and on-time landing into Manchester. It was finally time to deboard and for me to look forward to hitting my bed. Welcome home, welcome to Manchester, with special thanks to ILG School in Pristina, Kosovo and Hotel Garden for this memorable trip. Until next time, I leave you in the safety of God. Thanks for watching Real Talk with Riz Khan.